First, I want to express our deepest condolences to the families and friends involved in yesterday's accident. The preliminary information we have on the accident is yesterday a Cessna 414 crashed in this parking lot about 12:28 local time. There was 5 people on board, and unfortunately they were all fatalities. You obviously could see the airplane. It did impact a car and struck 3 other vehicles, so a total of 4 vehicles were struck. Our plan will be, we're currently on scene. We arrived last night, late last night, and we were finishing up our on scene today. We're looking at the FAA and the manufacturers of the airplane and engine representatives to join us in our on-scene investigation. As far as our process goes, we're planning to release a preliminary report in about 5 days upon my return, most likely next week. And we're looking at, the report, as you know, normally takes longer than that, the final report. We're probably looking at somewhere between 12 months to 18 months for the final report. So with that, I'm going to have Jack talk a little bit about the investigative process.
Hey, good morning. So first, I'd like to thank the Santa Ana Police Department and all first responders. They did an excellent job.
Your name?
Jack Vanover.
Okay.
Yep. So why are we here? We're here to gather the facts. Over the next couple of months, we're going to be gathering information that pertains to the pilot, the airplane, and the environment. With the pilot, we're going to look at his currency. With the airplane, we're going to be looking at all the records that are associated. The environment, we're going to look and see if any environmental factors played a part in this accident. With that, I'll turn it back to Albert.
A quick question, if you don't mind.
We'll take questions at the end. Thank you.
Okay, as mentioned, we're on scene. We're just going through the preliminary information right now. So with that, I want to thank you for your time, and that concludes our briefing this morning, and I'll open up for a few questions.
The FAA said there was a Mayday call, but the ATC didn't record any sort of Mayday call. So can you elaborate on why that would be?
Preliminary information now, keep in mind I haven't reviewed everything, was the pilot declared an emergency. However, he did not state the nature of his problem.
Can you, when you guys look at a crash like this and a plane falls straight out of the sky like that, are there things that you focus on in those situations in particular?
You know, obviously we're going to take a look at all the facts that could lead up to a situation like that. You know, and,
right, but
doing a thorough investigation and covering all the situations that could lead to a situation where you probably saw the video where it was a steep descent into this parking lot. That's
what
correct.
What are those things? I guess what he's asking. Like, can you give us just
what kinds of things?
Because we don't even.
Well, for example, a lot of people who maybe aren't pilots, they see a plane dive from the sky and they think maybe if there's engine failure, a plane can just fall from the sky, but that's not accurate. There has to be a stall or spin or something where the pilot loses control. Can you just discuss the possible factors?
What I can tell you is, we're here in the preliminary stages. We will be examining all the facts that could lead to a situation like that. Obviously, just losing an engine wouldn't necessarily put you in a situation like that.
How much video did you already obtain, and how could the video that people may have recorded from their cars, from their home, from the shopping center, how would that factor into the investigation? Do you need that?
Yes, if anyone has video that they haven't submitted to the local law enforcement, highly would appreciate that. We do have multiple videos at this time and also witnesses, but like I said, we could always, if you do have that information, please come forward with it.
And how does that video, you're being able to see it, factor in? What can you tell from looking at video?
Ma'am, I got here last night late, and I'm here on scene in the morning. I haven't reviewed all the videos, but obviously we could tell. We already talked about the descent rate. We could tell the bank of the airplane, potentially the height. There's quite a few things. If all the parts are there, there's quite a few things you can determine, assuming the video fidelity is good enough to see all that stuff.
How much time was there between when the pilot made that call and the impact?
The emergency call. We're going through that. I don't have an exact timeline for you, but we're hopefully get that out for you soon.
Why wouldn't the call be on the ATC though? Did you guys redact it or did you take it out?
No, we didn't do anything like that.
Okay.
Sir, question. A lot of witnesses said they heard sputtering and not an explosion. Can you speak to maybe, I mean, does that mean necessarily the gas or fuel went out?
There was no post-crash fire, so most likely the sound was most likely the impact is what we're thinking at this time. But you know, you mentioned, because obviously at that angle is going to make a pretty good impact sound. So let me take one or two more questions and we have to conclude. So maybe somewhere in the back, we have anyone back there wanted to update, or this side? I think when you took one from this side. Anyone else over here?
Spell your names, please.
I'll get that for you afterwards.
We're talking. Okay, well listen, once again, thank you very much. We appreciate your time, and that concludes our briefing. Thank you.
Do you guys anticipate another update today?